So for a fun fact about the char siu sauce is that they use molasses.
I don't think that's how you pronounce it. What is molasses?
Molasses is a crime.
We are here at Alexandra Village Food Centre because here say this is a very well-known place and they have a lot of good food here.
Oh!
So we're here to try out 5 of their stalls and see whether they live up to their name.
Let's go!
Okay, so for our first dish, we're having claypot laksa from Depot Road, Shan, Maine. It's actually opened in 1995.
I've never tried laksa in a clay pot before. Wow, bro. Good.
Really? Yeah.
I just want to say this clay pot laksa already actually sat here for 15 minutes, but it's still hot.
Also, they put in a claypot so the heat is retained inside. So
correct.
like even if you leave it out for 15 minutes or what, it's still hot lah and warm.
Yes.
So must eat here lah, cannot tapao one lah.
You want tapa also can lah.
Oh,
So you can tap out the clay pot lah.
So I heard right that the owner wakes up at 5 AM every day just to prepare the laksa broth. That is like how much dedication he put into his laksa.
To me, the main star is the gravy. Because I feel like the other ingredients, right, is very normal. But the gravy, right, was the one that managed to make all these normal ingredients, right, shine out.
So this laksa right, is actually awarded the Michelin Big Gourmand 4 years in a row.
Oh yo.
You know what's Big Gourmand?
You know, man?
So hosts right, usually must know this kind of thing. Big Gourmand is another tier where they categorize for comforting food. That's why big ma, big for baby ba, baby comforting.
So what I really like about this laksa and how it stands out from the rest, right, it's a lot creamier. I think that's what gives it the thickness and how gao it is.
Actually, the owner tell us, right, they add this secret thick paste to it. That's why it is more thick.
Oh.
Yeah.
It feels to me lah, it's more of curry rather than laksa gravy. It's as lemak as a laksa, but it's not as curry as a curry. The laksa is also not very salty. It's not very spicy as well. It's like just nice.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, next dish.
So for the next dish, we are having beef hor fun from Hor Fun Premium. I tell you, this hor fun really premium.
Wow. I didn't know.
Really?
Normally when I eat hor fun, right, I like to look for the charred kway teow.
Right.
But for this plate of hor fun, you don't need to find because every single strand of noodle is charred.
Yes. Actually, that's what I realized when I took my first bite. I could taste the wokhei immediately.
The noodle looks very white. Normally when I eat hor fun, it's darker. One look, you know it's charred. Then like, wow, I was a bit disappointed. I didn't know it's going to be good. And I took one bite, right? Voila, I tell you. Wokhei!
I think this hor fun, right, the beef is the highlight. The beef is really very tender and I think they use like quality beef. I feel it's quite unique.
And it's a simple plate of dish also because they don't need to add a lot of Chay. All they have is your veg, your meat and your carbs. A simple plate yet so flavorful. I can say that this is at least top 5 for me.
Wow.
And with that, we are going to move on to our next dish.
So for the next dish, we are having Tiong Bahru Lai Fa Shui Jing Bao. Okay, so we have 3 different Shui Jing Bao here. One is the yam, one is the turnip, and one is red bean. Shui Jing Bao is actually called crystal dumplings lah. Right? It's a Teochew style.
It resembles the look of Soon Kueh.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. So apparently this shop is run by 2 brothers. They took over from their father since 1961.
Why? Older than Singapore. Wait. Let's try the lightest flavor one.
So the lightest will be the turnip.
Yeah, and then you can dip with the chili.
Yeah, right. It's exactly like the Soon Kueh.
No. There's a difference. I eat Soon Kueh a lot. Sometimes the filling too little. All you taste is the crystal skin. But what I like about this, right, is because it's smaller and their skin is totally handmade. I feel like there's this perfect balance of the amount of skin versus the amount of filling. This one they pair it with this chili, which is normal sambal, right? And I think I will start eating Soon Kueh with normal sambal.
Do you know
I do not know.
that this dish is also in the Michelin guide?
Oh.
Not only that it's in the Michelin guide, it's also Michelin plate.
Okay, smart boy. So what's the Michelin plate?
It's quality food, but on the way to being a Michelin star kind of food.
So apparently you have to order minimum 4 Shui Jing Bao
Okay.
to tapao it away.
Like a year.
Yeah, so you can eat here also
What
lah.
she means is, if you want to eat, you must order a minimum of 4.
Yes. Whether you want to tapa or eat here.
Yes, correct.
And next, we're gonna try the red bean one. Wow, we were debating if this should be called a kueh, a dumpling, or a pao. The moment I bite into this, right, the first thing that it resembles is tosa pao. Of course, the difference is the skin lah.
So next we're going to try the yam Shui Jing Bao. I don't know how to explain it, but the skin and the oni goes very well together.
Exactly what I said for the last 2 lah, but sure. Other than the turnip one, this feels like a dessert to me. Because right, it's red bean and oni. This one feels more like mochi because of the crystal skin. Very tansing ma.
This is very comparable with Ang Ku Kueh, which is the Hokkien one.
Yeah.
Right. Another thing is that it's good to call in advance if you want to order this Shui Jing Bao, because usually if you come down, his first batch might be already sold out. Right. And it's very tedious because this crystal skin is very hard to make. Yeah.
And with that, we are moving on to the next dish. We are having Jin Pai Zi Char. And the dishes we are trying out today are the Mongolian pork rib and the Indonesian style butter chicken. Wow, these two seems like a very, very heavy dish. Okay, well, I'm gonna try the butter chicken first. Wow, the flavor is strong.
Taste the ketchup manis.
I've always been a fan of ketchup manis. But this time, right, I feel like it's the side character. It's the chicken that shines to me.
Yes, the chicken is very tender actually.
It didn't need to depend on the ketchup manis sauce. On its own, right, I think it's very good already. And this ketchup manis, right, I would say it's more on the savory side.
I think right, it's because of the butter.
Correct. Still have this hint of sweetness. The moment you taste, you know it's ketchup manis. But it's not the normal sweet one that you are used to tasting. And I like it.
So next we're going to try the Mongolian pork rib.
I feel right, like it's a sauce that you don't see much around. And Mongolian sauce, right, what I heard is they use curry powder, chili sauce, and black pepper.
For me, right, when I took my first bite, right, what immediately stood out, right, it wasn't the meat this time, it was the sauce.
Oh yeah, correct.
The most prominent of the three spices was the black pepper.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. It's very, very peppery. And then you can immediately taste the curry and the chili after that. So it's actually I would say a rather spicy dish. But it's very special because it's creamy. Like I've never tasted a creamy spicy sauce before, which is one of it. And it's an Asian creamy spicy sauce.
Actually, the meat for the Mongolian pork rib is really very tender as well. Some pork ribs you have to chew longer. Yeah.
But I also feel like this sauce, right, it's not something that us locals are used to. Like 我吃了哦，我可以感到那个 Mongolian 的 goat 来跟我讲 hello。So please come down and try their Indonesian style butter chicken and their Mongolian pork ribs. And we are going to try our next dish.
So now we are having the authentic roasted delicacies from Chay. Their specialty is duck and cha sao sao.
It's a big spread.
This is Ryan's recommendation. I asked you to try the duck neck.
Duck neck. I've never eaten duck neck before.
I also never eat duck neck. But a lot of skin and the meat do look very tender.
Yeah, it smells good as well. Okay, I'm going to try now.
Wow.
Super gamey.
Wow, damn gamey.
The skin is good.
Oh, the skin is good.
The skin is roasted nicely, but after the inside, I cannot already.
It has the texture of a foie gras, but the taste of like liver.
A cooked, unseasoned liver.
Yeah, but that's not their specialty. Their specialty is like their sao and their cha sao. And I think it's very different because the sauce on top, right, is nothing I've ever seen before.
Oh, this is my favorite kind of cha sao already. It's black color.
Wow.
Wow.
It don't even feel like cha sao to me. It's like 三层肉 already.
My favorite part of the cha sao is the burnt part. There's all the charred taste
Char
in
and
that.
smokiness.
Yeah.
And I also like the sauce that they link on top of the cha sao. It's a very sweet barbecue sauce.
So a fun fact about the cha sao sauce is that they use molasses.
I don't think that's how you pronounce it. What is molasses?
Molasses is a crime. Molasses is the sugar. It's a kind of sugar.
Oh, no wonder this barbecue sauce tastes more sweeter.
Oh, yeah. As you can see, there are like bits and chunks in it. Which is, if I'm not wrong, is the garlic. They actually add a bit of garlic inside.
I think they also pour the same sauce on their white rice.
Yes.
My own personal take is I'm not a big fan of this sauce. I like it on the char siu. I don't like it on the rice. Overall, right, this place, after trying all the ingredients, I felt like the main star was the char siu.
Correct.
Other than that, I feel like all the ingredients are very normal. Nothing to make a hoo-ha out of. So if you are here, please come down and try their char siu.
So out of all the 5 dishes that we ate today, which one is your favorite?
Hands down to the clay pot laksa. I never really eaten laksa in a clay pot before. And I feel that they really bring out the laksa to a different level.
I agree with Charmaine. Today my favorite dish would be the clay pot laksa. Something that stood out for me, right, was the laksa gravy. I feel like, right, the essence of the laksa gravy, right, brings out the flavor to the tau pok, the siham, to the prawn, and even to the noodles. I think that was very special to me.
So for my favorite, I would say is the char siu.
Oh, the molasses.
Yeah, the one that it really molests me in my mouth. I would say it isn't very easy to find in Singapore.
Normally it's the red color.
The red color with the normal kind of char siu sauce, but this black one is really very hard to find. And especially this one is special. They use the molasses and bean paste, which is something special which you cannot find. Like this is my first time trying it as well. So I would say that this char siu is my favorite for today in Alexandra Food Market.
And before we end off this episode, we will be answering for FAQ. And the question is, who is your favorite guest on Get Fed?
Wow.
This is something interesting because Nigel was mostly the crew, Shermaine is the producer, and I'm the host. And for me, my favorite has to be Chef Bob.
What?
There's two main reasons. One is he's the one that brings us to the best food. Every time when Chef Bob come out, I know I eating good food. Second is because he's so passionate about food. Like every time I sit beside him and just listen to him, right, I feel like, this guy, he's a chef for a reason. And he really, right, he's so knowledgeable about everything. I just can sit there and listen to him the whole day. And that's what I like about him.
My favorite guest will be Xiao Qian. I think she's not just a guest. I think she's very real and genuine in person. And what you see her in camera is also the same as off cam.
No leh, she off cam more 怪了.
That's why she real. Like, still got contact even though she's not in our Get Fed shoot. Yeah. How about you, Nigel?
My favorite guest will be John.
Whoa.
Because he's the only guest that dare to scold Ryan out front in front of the camera.
He's the real friend.
He's the real one. Ryan say nice, he just straight say, you think nice man not nice at all.
He's the only one that calls out Ryan's chopstick skills.
Yeah, he's the only one that calls out Ryan's haircut.
He's the only one that calls out Ryan's English.
Yes, correct.
And we only are doing this now because Ryan not here. That's why we there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we don't love our guests. We do, and we also hope to invite more guests to our show so that they can recommend us very good food.
Yes.
And with that, remember to follow all our socials. Click here for more, and click here to what? Cut to the bloopers. You must order a minimum of 4.
Yes. Whether you want to tapao or eat here.
Yes,
correct.
4 different flavors lah.
Only got 3.
4
But you
different,
can
this one,
pick.
4 different. You can buy 4. You can buy 4 remin. 4 remin.
4
Satu,
sweet
dua, tiga,
bao.
4.